And here we are colouring Lukatoi City for Zagora Games. That's right, Monday and Tuesday we were drawing the Castle Keeper's Guide, and we're really close on that one. We are switching things up tonight. In fact, behind these wonderful people on this Patreon Twitch slide right here, that is a twin city to Lukatoi. So we're actually going to be going for a very similar colour scheme. But before we get there, a special shout out to all of my Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers. Much love to you. Every single dime comes straight back into the channel. Software, hardware, Pex's food so we can survive. And 50-50 candy beans. Do they taste good or do they taste bad? We find out on the show. And without any further ado, let's get ourselves switched over to Lukatoi. And we're going to be chilling tonight. We're just going to be chilling like a villain. Taking it nice and easy. Getting some colouring in here. I am actually going to quickly check something. I want to just check this green. So let's just do a quick spot on that. And let's take this over here. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's a good color. Okay. Let's get some buildings. Now, the buildings on the screen are actually a little bit towards the brown, particularly some of them. I'm going to start pulling us more towards the red and oranges of like a terracotta roof. And I think that's how we're going to start. Yeah, see, that's not bad. That's not bad, but I feel like maybe we need something a little brighter, a little bit more orange. Something like that. Alex Vixen, good to see you. Wargaming Recon, there's your free dab. And yeah, I am a little bit early, but you know, I have just been so mellow today. I have just been so chill with Thanksgiving coming up. I've literally not wanted to do anything responsible today. And so I was like sitting around, I was like, I just want to get mapping. I just want to get in there. I want to drink a little eggnog. And I just want to cola, you know? So that's what we're doing. I didn't want to wait anymore. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I think there's a little bit of that going around. I saw some other people making observations that it being their first Thanksgiving without a beloved. But aside from that, how is everyone doing tonight? How is life treating you? Oh, that one was a mistake. Let's not do that. I think we're going to make that a pool, so let's ignore that. These we're going to make almost more temple-like. Let's do this one as well. And I am going to go a little bit, cray-cray with the building selections here. What am I doing? Like, I'm just going to keep going. Yep. We're going to have to at some point zoom in and hand colour some. But this is just a good way of getting a broad selection done very quickly. And if you listen very, very carefully, you could hear those dulcet tones of a cat going wow, wow. Hey GL, good to see you, my friend. Just gonna be chilling out tonight, just colouring this city. I think objectives. I always like to start with an objective. I think if we can get all of the buildings inside the city done tonight, we're golden. If we can actually get anything done beyond that point, then we are just cooking on gas. So that's my plan. That is my plan. Do I make... Oh, look, I screwed that one up. Okay, I'll come back to that later. Yeah, we'll do those by hand. And really and truly, I should have deselected this one, because I want them to be big buildings. Well, I did them recently, right? I picked them up recently. There we go. There. We'll do it like that. Cool. Cool. And you know what I'm gonna do, actually? If you hit caps lock on Photoshop, it gets rid of the mouse, or the brush shape. So this will enable me to be actually a little bit more precise with this. I should have thought about this a while ago. There we go. That's a lot easier. Much easier. We will start the Bean Nation in a moment, my friend. Not quite yet. Not mid-colour. But as you know, at this point, it will stay in the queue until we get to it. It's going nowhere. I think I'll make a couple of those be temple-like. That one will be temple-like. And these, actually, we should probably start sliding towards wood. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Oh, you know, if it has some kind of hole there, then we'll come back to it. We'll paint it by hand. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's doing the same thing. Okay, let's take that one back. And here. That's a temple. And... Hey, Cape Geek, good to see you. I have not... You know what, earwax. Earwax is a good one. No, I have not got tired of those. That's the gimmick of the show now, my friend. People like it. They like watching me suffer. How have you been? It seems like you've been quiet recently. Yeah, we'll hand colour those, I think. Phantom Jen! Good to see you. Good. Let's just keep going forward on this. You know, we'll do the tents next too. I think we'll do these tall buildings and then we're going to do the tents. Wow, wow, wow. 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 What's going on, baby boy? You got something you want to say to everyone? I'll take that as a yes. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's go for the magic moments. Let's go for a bit of a fill. I'm tired. I'm tired of you being tired, motherfucker. Now, I'm tired. Shit. Okay, apparently I can't talk straight. Too much eggnog. I'm sorry that you're tired. I get it. I really do, and I'm sorry that it's got you like that. I just want to check this color. Yeah, see, this color's good. This color's good. What I see on my main monitor is not necessarily what you're seeing. And that's because this particular monitor is a little old. So I'm actually using my other monitor, which is a lot better in quality now and a lot newer, to actually do a spot check of colors. This looks on this monitor like a very light red. Like really light red. While it seems to be a little bit more towards a brown orange. So if we are a little bit on the brown orange, let's actually go a little bit lighter now. Then let's get our brush out. Make our brush a tad larger. Switch over to the Happy HB. There we go. And let's get stuck in on this, son. There's my pen. Alright. Let's do it. Cloudbot isn't awake? What are you talking about? I'm seeing him there. Like this. Hey, princess! Yeah, someone redeemed the bean before, so I think Cloudbot must be working. Get a little bit of texture on these roofs, a little bit of lighting.
We want
a shrubbery!
A shrubbery!
What?
A what? We live on a bloody swamp. We need all the land we can get.
Wargaming Weekend is going to get awfully sad if I start charging channel currency for them things. We're not going to.
Knights of Ni, we are but simple travellers who seek the enchanter who lives beyond these woods.
We actually put most of those memes in there for King Bashman, and he hasn't been here in a while. Ooh, snack grab. I will check in on that later, because I'm actually a little bit peckish. I am absolutely a little bit peckish. And we do actually have some snacks, because it is coming up to Thanksgiving. I mean, we've always got some snacks, but we've got some unhealthy snacks. We might have a little bit of cinnamon whirl. I think that's what I might do. Let's just finish off these. I don't mind if I miss some of these, by the way. The scale of these buildings is so small. You're just not going to see it, but I kind of like to try and get most of them. Yeah, it's not just jelly beans. I typically have rice cakes in the house, and that's what I've been eating on stream, even though Skeeter said that eating on stream is just like so common. But the jelly beans I don't get sustenance out of. Far, far, far from it. Alright, let's just capture a couple of these. I think they're good. I think these are good. Yep. Right, let's do a deselect. I'm gonna hit save right now because I'm probably pretty happy with that. And I was on building low, so that's good. We're motoring. I think I am gonna have to start doing a little bit of a deep dive and doing some hand coloring here. And here's the drink. Thank you. Drinking eggnog. What did I do with my pen? What did I just do with my pen? Well, there we go. Who's being negative? Who's being negative? Hey, Princess Stregger, thank you. We're not even finished with it yet, girl. It's going to be even better shortly. Alright, big buildings. Big buildings. Buildings tall. We could do a couple of these quickly. Did I hit save? Let's make sure I did. We're going to do our select. We're going to turn off the cursor. And we are going to select you. These I'll do by hand because of the roof textures. But you we could do. These are going to be big buildings, okay? And you know what? We'll treat you. You've got a big building too. And how about you? You've got a big building. Alright, and this time I'm actually going to reverse this a little bit. We're going to go to buildings tall. I'm going to get the fill. We're going to stick with our lighter colour. Like so. Then I'm going to get the brush again. And we're actually going to darken this a little bit. Slide it towards there. Then we're going to... In fact, now I'm going to put my cursor back on. There we go. Princess Strego's finally getting her hands on the modern AGE and fantasy AGE rules. Age. Is that by Green Goblin? What is that? What is the age system? Thank you, Wargaming Recon, for pointing out the fact that there's a sale on for Steam. You know I love computer games a huge amount. I actually own the Crusader Kings game already. It's a cracking little game. Total War Kingdoms. I'm not sure I'm interested. I own almost every single Total War game they've ever come out with. Until recently, and they've been producing some horse shit, and there's something about the franchise that is not inspired anymore. It's not new, it's not innovating, in my humble opinion. The gameplay is extremely repetitive, if not borderline boring. I mean, I've played the crap out of Rome 2, and that was one of their worst modern titles that they did. Their Empires one, I have a lot of hours in Empires. I love that game. but they like just all of the titles. I don't care what it is. It just they feel the same over and over. The gameplay's the same. The whole concept of the campaign screen and the battle screen. It's like they're a yawn fest to me now. It's like I can't get excited by them. That's just kind of where I'm at. Green Warning, that's the name I was looking for. Shogun 2 was a good game. Shogun 2 was a good game, and I have all of the DLCs. That was a good game. I agree. That was and you know, I could still go back to them to this day. So I can't. And I own one of the Warhammers. I don't own the second one. But I can't explain why they feel so lackluster nowadays. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But they don't excite me. The Political Machine, not heard of that one. Kingdoms and Castles, not heard of that one. Medieval 2, Total War. You see, I wish they would redo Medieval. I think a lot of people want a Medieval 3. And then the owner of the company said that they will never do a 3 of any title. And I was like, Medieval needs it. The Medieval 2 is old now. And so it's a shame. Because I think they would sell a bucket load of Medieval. New Crusader Kings is definitely worth it. New Crusader Kings is a lot of fun. Even when you get your face kicked in, it's a lot of fun. I like the New Crusader Kings quite a bit. I will check that link out afterwards. Alright, I'm gonna start here with these buildings, and we're gonna just do the tall ones. And we'll bring our brush back. There we go. I think cranes should be tall too. What do you think? Let's bring our color swatch back. Let's bring this here. Oh. Let's do this. And then we want bush, yes. Hey, Brian's here! Ooh. Yeah, so buildings for cranes. Buildings for cranes? Buildings for cranes. Why can't I talk tonight? Color. Color for cranes. Wood? There'd have to be wood in this era, right? Okay. No, let's stick with that. Let's stick with that. You know, I'm actually going to do that bit there too, so it casts a shadow over the lower roof. And here. And there. And how about this little corner tower? And, you know, I'm actually going to make that white. We're going to make that white there. We're going to come back to that. This looks neon pinkish. Alright. Let me check that out. Oops. Hold on. Oh, I see. Yeah, hold on a sec. Let's find out. Yeah, a little, but that was me dragging it to my monitor that has better color correction on it. Yes, but if we do this and then drop in the darker color on the other side, What other buildings did we do here? I don't know, I think it's okay. Let's set up this brown. Let's set up this brown. Right, crane. Done. That's a crate, we're not going to do those. Crane, done. Wooden roof. Warehouse. What Gaming Recon has a Photoshop question. In hand colouring a building, does the software prevent you from drawing outside the lines? What, like this? No. There's your answer. No. But this is why you see me select buildings. And what I'm doing is I'm selecting the ink layer. And then I can colour inside the buildings. And it constrains me to the select. So that actually tends to work out pretty okay. But no. And now there may be some kind of feature that I'm unaware of that does like prevent that. But because if you actually look at this building right here, look at the number of lines that I've got on it. Photoshop wouldn't even know what is a borderline and what's not. So I don't think it would know what to do with that. You know, I'm going to stick with the brown, but I'm going to go to the low buildings here. And then what we're going to do is we are actually going to shift gear and we're going to head over that direction. And we are going to start drawing in the marketplace that we have over there. Crane. Crane should probably be tall. Let's just say it's a small crane. This one's a big crane. There we go. Yeah, I don't need to be like super careful because I'm actually colouring in underneath the ink. So there's a degree of sloppiness that is afforded because basically I can spill underneath the black line and you won't see it. So I have a great deal of sort of latitude in that respect. But yeah, you've got to be a little careful, certainly. Apologies if you can hear that cat going. He is in a form. It's one cat. It's one cat. And he's been like this all night. I don't know what has gotten into him. He's still going. I'm going to do this one tall so it casts a shadow over the lower roofs below it. I kind of like the effect. And then we're going to go back to the low and we'll do that. Nice. Alright, this bad guy right here. He's playing with a shopping bag right now, but the minute he stops playing, I will give him a treat. He has been deliciously spoiled, Marlene's girl, all day. He's been heavily spoiled. But maybe it's because he's not getting spoiled right now that he's kicking up a fuss about it. Like, literally, Mom's home all day, gets to sit in front of her computer monitor with the heat coming off it, get scrags on the back of my neck like all day. What, now you're ignoring me? What gives, Mom? I'm sure there's a level of that. But he's playing. He's playing right now. He's happy as Larry, scragging on the shopping bags. In this household, we are not doing turkey tomorrow. We are doing steak. Just to be different. Alright, this big building. I'm gonna slide this towards the orange, I think. So this is what I'm gonna go with. Cool. And I'm gonna make this a low building, but I'm gonna give this a high roof here. In fact, let's just stick with this. Let's do the high roof. There we go. Look at the way it casts shadows below it. That's awesome. And then darken that off here and here. Then we go building low. There and definitely here. And here. Yeah, that works. Princess, having a quiet Thanksgiving. Just your mom and dinner and the movies, planes, trains and automobiles. Sounds like a perfect Thanksgiving. I think Jack and I are going to wake up. We're going to chill. Because we haven't wanted to get out of bed like all week, you know, for the day job. It's like we're going to get out of bed when we goddamn well want tomorrow morning. We're going to have coffee. We're going to play games. We're going to play MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. We're going to try the co-op mode. We're going to play that until we're done playing. Then we're going to cook the steak with au gratin potatoes, a little bit of asparagus on the side. We're going to go downstairs and we're going to watch a movie. I don't know what the movie's going to be. I think that's going to be our Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, no worries about the stream later this week. Just as a reminder to everyone, not streaming tomorrow, Thanksgiving. I am streaming on Friday, but it's playing in a game. The game is like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts meet Dark Crystal, run by Jim Kitchen. So that's what I'm going to be doing on Friday. I will be streaming around 5 o'clock Pacific time, but I don't expect you all to turn up, you know, for a 3-hour game. If you do, great. If you check in, fantastic. But, you know, it's a little bit different. I don't normally stream on a Friday, so I don't expect the usuals to turn up. It's totally cool. I actually don't have expectations for any of you to turn up ever. I like it when you turn up. I enjoy your company, all of you, but it's like, you know, real life takes over. And sometimes you just got to do other shit, and that's cool. That's totally cool. I do miss certain people when they're gone for a while, you know. Like, we've had some regulars that are no longer here, and I miss them. Alright, we're going to work on this area right here. I'm just doing little rooftops. And I'm on the tall building layer, which is intended. Just going to pick up some of these bigger buildings in this area here. Alright, so. And let's do this one as well. Now let's go back to the lower buildings. And I'm going to hit save as well. Cyber Monday stream. Maybe we'll try and do something special for that one. Maybe we'll try and do something special for it. Wargaming Weekend. We'll be up at 6 with his kids, entertain them till 11. Then you'll do a Zoom with your mother-in-law, give the kids lunch at noon, go to the cemetery, be at your parents' house for dinner at 3, get home by 7:30, 7 to 7:30. Man, you got a packed day. Put the kids to bed, hide under the blankets until you fall asleep. Sounds like you're doing exactly the right things. Sounds a little bit like how my mum and dad used to do Christmas, including the running around for family and such. How's this colour look to you guys and girls? What does this look like to you? Like, let me, like here. What colour is that to you? Flesh colour? You see that as a flesh? I suppose it's close. It's got a tinge of brown in there. Let's slide us towards the red a little bit. Get a touch of orange brown going on. Alex Vixen terracotta, right end of the spectrum. Perfect. That's what I was shooting for. I'm just going to get these buildings in this immediate area done. I'm on buildings low. That's fantastic, you see. I'm going to actually start sliding towards wood in this general area. Yep. Let's go there. Because we are getting into a little bit more of a workshop area. Mashed potatoes, good. We were going to do mashed potatoes tomorrow, but decided against it when we thought, hey, what about au gratin? And the idea just took over, you know, we couldn't drop it. But I love a good mashed potato, garlic mashed potatoes, proper garlic in there. Maybe a little bit of cream. Lots of butter. Good. In fact, let's play Tricky Dicky move right here. There we go. Get a bit of shadow going on. Gravy. You see that as a colour of gravy. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll come and do the boats and everything afterwards. And you know what? If the boats are going to be brown, because they've kind of got to be, right? Maybe I don't want to have too much brown around them. There's one thing I've actually learned from painting miniatures. A lot of it is actually having a little bit of contrast of texture and colour. So I think I'm going to actually stay away from brown in this immediate area. I'm actually going to stick with the terracotta look here. Then when we do the boats, and we'll stick it towards like a lightish brown, they'll have a nice contrast. Then of course we'll have the water. I think we might drop in water tonight, by the way, just to get that area kind of filled in. We're not going to do the seaweed, we're not going to do the rocks under the water or anything like that, but we will get the blue dropped in. We'll definitely do that. I don't think we're going to finish the buildings tonight, by the way, but we are going to make a damn good dent on them. Have I ever done a spaceport map? Once, a long time ago. It was actually before I was, it was before I was mapping for some of the more mainstream title publishing companies, I suppose I should say. It was maybe 10, 12 years ago, at least 10, and I did one starport map, but it was so large, the scale of it was so large, that it ended up just being a lots of little tiny squares and dots and stuff. It was, you know, even for a spaceport. So it's not one of my. In fact, I don't even think I've got a copy of it anymore. Not one of my most favorite maps, and I completely forget who I did it for. So very, very, very early on. But my career started doing a lot of maps for folks just because they saw my work, let's say, in a Facebook group, and they were like, oh, can you do me one? Oh, can you do me one? So there was a lot of that, you know? Maybe we'll add a shark. Maybe we'll make a shark a theme to these maps that we're doing for this particular project. I'm actually just going to quickly slide towards a light grey here. And I'm going to do these towers there. Whatever that is on the wharf there. And where was that building? Where's that building? There, this building. I want to give this an edge, but I'm going to do it on the building low. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. So we need to get rid of the building tall colouring that I had on there. Alright, building low. Let's do it. I see this is like a little bit of a wall on a lower level. So the roof is kind of like sitting up like almost a full story above it. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's do some tents, shall we? Let's do some tents. Will you be doing the Christmas giveaway this year for your prints on Noble Dwarf? Maybe Sharks playing skee ball. Yeah, we could do Sharks playing skee ball. I'll put them behind a building. Maybe. Yes, I think we potentially could. Yes, I think we potentially could. Why am I being cautious? Because I've been talking to Pex about a Christmas giveaway, and I don't want it to conflict. But I think we could certainly do a stream coming up to the holiday period, and like make sure everyone's aware of the stream, and we'll do a raffle. And maybe we'll give away 3 prints. I think we could do that. I think we could do that. I think we should absolutely do that. Alright, tents. We are going to go with some bright reds, greens, yellows, stripy colours, you name it. So let's start with the yellow. Let's start with a nice bright yellow, not really towards a green. I don't want it to look like a tennis ball. Maybe something in this region. We're going to do the big tent, and it's... Let's do big. Let's do a tall building for the tent. And I'm going to do some stripes on this. I think we'll do some blue stripes. Once we've got our highlighting and everything in place. I don't know if we would do, yeah, maybe one print for each of those. Yeah, I think you could do something like that. But I mean, I'm just going to call it holidays, and we'll do it in the first half of December. I think Wargaming was having a little bit of fun with the take. Because once Brian McWhirter knows what the command is, that's what Brian McWhirter's going to be doing. Except Brian McWhirter's going to be trying to take it from himself. Okay, let's get a couple of highlights in here. Let's get a couple of highlights. Blue stripes. Let's get some blue stripes in this bad boy. Alright, I'm hitting save. Fine. But only because I don't want to crash on stream and cry, openly weep. Yeah, this works. Look at this. This is like kind of pretty. Look at that. That's a lovely big tent. Big top. That's the word I was looking for. Big top. Ooh, listen to Alex Vixen, thinking outside the box. Whoever that is, you've got my back. What can it be done? Nice. It does look like a circus tent, doesn't it? And I'm kind of okay with it. Can you imagine a marketplace and think... But can you think of this section? It's near the ship harbour. It's also near the wharf, right? We've got a little marketplace here with this big, huge tent. There's probably lots of stalls and things inside. That's how I see that area. We've got another marketplace right there. But I see that as almost a little bit more civilized. This one I feel is a little bit more literally straight off the ships, you know, straight off the docks. You've probably got, because of the ship harbour there, can you imagine, and in fact we've even got another little sort of tent city over here, but can you imagine like the soldiers and the marines and everything kind of rolling through this area? What colour we got? We got red. Alright. I am not going to interrupt Jack from playing his game, by the way. He will be through, I'm sure, when he finishes the mission. He is trying to get MechWarrior 5 to a point where he and I can play it together in co-op. I've got to that point. He feels that he needs to be at that point as well. But I also want him to be like up on the story. So he could well be partway through a mission right now. And would not appreciate me dragging him out of it. We'll do that in a moment. Alright, we are going to do a little bit more of the little stripey dipes, like that. Umbrella, right there. Let's get a yellow in. There we go. Yellow works. I'm going to get back to our white for this one. Nice. Very, very nice. Alright, let's do a couple of green tents, shall we? Yeah, Princess, you got it exactly. I would not be doing heavy green here, by the way, if we were close to trees. Because then the tents would start to look like they're just part of the trees. But because we haven't got a tree around, and this whole area is actually going to be heavy towards very light white concrete and flagstone, we don't have to worry about it. Nice. Very good. Let's hit them up with a yellow. Yellow and green. Nice contrast. That's good. Alright. I think we could do some purple. Right? Let's get some purple in here. And we'll get some purple and pink. How about that? I'm sure Princess would agree. I love it, Alex Vixen. I love it. I love it. I read all of that in a Khajiit tongue in my head. Right, we'll do some pink in a moment. Let's make this big tent purple right here. The medic tent. We could do a medic tent. What colour should the medic tent be? We'll make that one the medic tent, okay? What colour do you want it to be? Yellow. I've got to get back to my yellow. It's a I love doing like a yellow as stripes. Blue. Blue says Wargaming Recon. Any other votes for what the medic tent should be? You can have stripes. We can do whatever you want, but remember it's going to be that one right there. Right, you know what we're going to do? On this tent, we're going to have the opening right there, but the opening is going to have some stripes on it. There we go. Nice. Alright, so Red Cross theme. What is the Red Cross theme? Red and white? We've got a red and white down here. Oh, let's get some brown carts in. And a crate. And a crate. A cart. Crate, cart. Cart. Oh, we've got ballista up here. I forgot we did ballista on the rooftop. Well, look at ballista and catapults. Look at us. I completely forgot about that. It's because we literally drew them a year ago. Orange and white. Gold, silver after the colours of Asclepius's staff. Gold and silver. Orange and white. Okay, gold and silver, orange and white. Well, let's start with a nice orange. start with a good orange here. Gold and silver. Yeah, that's too pink. Alright, that's orange. Get a little bit of a highlight in there. And then we'll get the white on. I'm kind of tempted now to draw a pile of dead bodies behind the medic tents, but I'm going to stay away from that. What else do we want to do? Color-wise. Well, we can have some white tents in here, right? Some dirty cloth, some canvas. We'll get a hint of grey on the top of them. Pile of limbs at this scale will be very, very small. I guess we do have a little cart next to it, don't we? They know what's up. Alright, let's get some little shadows on these tents here. And then I kind of want to go back to my blue real quick, but we'll go slightly deeper. Just to do things like that. No, you know what? Not that one. The outside edges. Alright, let's stick with that shade of blue now. And let's do the you. And you. Alright, almost done with this marketplace. And then of course we've still got to do the ground and everything else around it, but the ground is something we are absolutely going to come back to. Let's do some shading there, two stripes there. Oh, look at that. You know what I love about marketplaces on these maps? It's not about the marketplace itself. I mean, it's cute. It's the contrast between the marketplace shapes and colours and textures and the buildings around it. Look how much that is just popping off the map. We get all of that groundwork and the flagstones and everything underneath. That is just, the eye is going to catch that. That looks really nice. Wow. Princess, get dark. They sell the limbs to the necromancers. Yowzers. Yowzers. Alright, sticking with the low buildings for a moment. Let's just get these coloured in. Oh, you know what I should do with that one? Actually put that tower on the high level and then do this building here on the lower level. There we go. Get that natural drop shadow on it. And then a little bit lighter. Getting a little bit right there where the sun is catching it. Nice, 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 nice. And just a little bit for you too. Good. Good. Thank you, Princess. I really appreciate that. And this is going to pop. This is going to really pop when we put the background colour in. It's going to just start to scream. And we're going to go with a pretty light grey, almost borderline white flagstone underneath this stuff. And you're going to have all of the building drop shadows just falling on the street below. And every single one of them will just pick off the map because of it. It will look gorgeous. Alright, let's just do a couple more buildings around here. I've got to decide what direction I want to now go in. Do I stick with this area? I seem like we're close on this area. There's probably no reason why not to finish this side of the map, right? And then head over to the other side over there. Look at those statues. Look at those statues just popping off the map. Don't they look like they're literally 3D now? I love it. It's just that little optical illusion. It's really taking shape. There's no reason to fly across the map, so let's stay over here. They're small, fiddly asshole buildings, but let's stick with them until we're done. Alright, so we're gonna go with a pretty light grey for this. I see some kind of like little... Oh, you know what though? No, they're not close to fresh water here. We're gonna make that blue. It's like a little pool. Oh, you know what? Let's do the water. Let's do the water. You know what? You did redeem a bean. I've just been really in the flow. I'm going to hit save. Let's do a little bit of a catch-up with the games that you guys and girls have been playing here. Let's do it. We'll do the redeem a bean and maybe a couple of others, and then we'll do the water. What have we got? Time check. Holy crap, we've been streaming for an hour. I'm going to go for at least another half hour. I'm having too much fun. I'm having way too much fun. Wine? Haven't had any yet, but if I have to, I'll get up and get my own. Random jelly bean from Princess Strega. Okay, we've got to do the random jelly bean. And there was a jelly bean from last night too, so you know what? I'm going to do 2 jelly beans, one from Princess, one from Wargaming. And we're going to go to the jelly beans of doom! Alright. So, not looking at them. In fact, I'll keep it with me though. You know, one day I'm going to drop this on stream and that will be something. Alright. Jelly beans. Whoa. Here we go. Jelly bean 1. It's a good one. It's staying good. That is literally like... what is that? It's like strawberry. That is a strawberry bukkake. That is some good stuff going on right there. Right. That was from last night. That was Wargaming Beacons. Princess, this is you. Oh no. I knew it couldn't last. Oh, that's bad. Oh, this is gonna be one of the worst yet. Oh shit. Oh god. What the hell is that? I'm not even sure I want to identify it. I want to lose all taste right now. I think I just ate sick. That was disgusting. That was disgusting. That was not pleasurable. No. It certainly was not a daiquiri. And Jack, while you're here, get me a drink. Someone tell Jack to get me wine. It could have been the strawberry daiquiri. The first one could have been strawberry daiquiri. Unfortunately, I wish those had been flipped because the first one was actually really nice. The second one was really horrible. Knowledge girl. I love how you got my back all the time. Milk! Yeah, Deacon has just wrecked the house. He's just been playing with everything. War Gaming Recon, thank you for getting those clips. Princess, it's okay, Gil. It's okay. We do it for the fun, right? My entire mouth literally feels like I just threw up, I suppose. But someone else threw up in my mouth. That's what this is like. Because this is not my flavour. Jack, maybe a little bit of wooski? Bah, that'll do. Alex Vixen, he's on it. Thank you. Alright, let's deal with the buildings. Here we go. And let's, even though it's kind of boring to do terracotta, we gotta stay with the terracotta because of the area of the world that we're in. That looks good. Yeah, we have to stay with the terracotta until we're like hitting temples and things like that, or sheds. Like I might make these like sheds right here, workshops, you know. Oh, I literally just burped and got that flavour back, and that is not a flavour that I want to be burping back. That is disgusting. Jack's literally laughing his ass off. More gaming, that's what we're here for, my friend. I want you guys and girls to just be entertained no matter what you're doing out there. And if we can give you a chuckle, then it's worth it. If we can get you a chuckle at my misfortune, that's still worth it. It is amazing how much that flavour is sticking around in my face. That is just... That's something else. You know when you eat food and the food is so good and you don't want the flavour to go away, you want it to stay with you for a while, you want to savour it? I am literally having the opposite experience right now. It is a flavour I don't want, it won't go away, and I wish it would. I literally have 2020 as a flavour in my mouth right now.
Good to wash it down.
I need that to wash it down. Give me the bourbon. I need it. It's disgusting. Thank you. Cheers, everyone. That is it. Like that flavour is just trickling down my throat. Yeah, I feel. Oh, cheers, hon. Now the milk command will be really useful when I hit a hot one. Because we all know that mixed inside this jar, I have some of the Carolina Reapers. Remember that? They're still in this jar, and this jar's been all mixed up. I could eat a Carolina Reaper in a heartbeat. They haven't gone away. They're still lurking. Alright, these towers. I'm gonna hit a little bit of grey for these towers. Alright. And here too. It's more of a gatehouse, like when I do this type of thing. I want to define like the entrance a little bit, so I started getting into the habit of drawing either posts or little gatehouses, you know, that type of shit. But I think it helps define the gateway. All right, what do we got here? What is this? I think that's a stable. So I'm gonna do it. It's kind of like a brown color. Princess, don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. It's all good. It's all good. It's an experience for me because I have to go through these flavors. And some of them are great. Most of them are not. And it is, it's an experience. And I am a new experience vampire. I love new experiences. So, eating something that tastes utterly disgusting. Honestly, it's okay. It's chill. It's all fun. We are motoring along. This is good. This is actually taking shape. Watch Holt. Oh, you're talking to Alex Vixen. Alex Vixen. Found a Reaper. Found a Reaper. Ah, on fire. Yeah, exactly. And they're in there. They are absolutely freaking in there. So that will be something. Right. Let's set up these workshops right here. What a map this is going to be. This is going to be one of our favorites. I want to complete this map, by the way. Like, literally complete it. Maybe sans labels. Thursday of next week. I told the client January, February, or March. So if we can actually get this done in the next week, we are way ahead of schedule. We could start concentrating on other projects. I might pull Necropolis back into the mix, by the way. Well, we've got to pull Necropolis back into the mix. But, yeah, I think what you'll see me doing is I'm going to work a little bit on the Viking map, but probably off camera on that, at least in the early days. Probably Necropolis is going to be the next one that we start working on, and that's going to be a little bit different. But we're getting to a point where I can actually start working on room details and stuff, so I think that could still be a fun one to do. Wow, you know what? That flavor's still in my mouth. It is still there. It is literally still lurking. Wow, that is some stanky ass shit. Actually, let's do the water. Yeah. What tier do you need to be to get the coloured maps as a reward? $10, right? $10 gets the coloured maps. I won't be giving this one away, though, until Zagora Games fulfills on their product, which is going to be, let's say, the first half of next year. So you won't see this available as a print or anything until that point. I probably won't even give it to patrons until Zagora Games are covered. There's also the canvas prints that we give away once every quarter. So once this actually gets onto the Noble Dwarf store, it could be something that you could even just bump up on the month that you know that we're giving away the canvas print. Snag yourself a canvas print and drop yourself back down again. Especially if a certain person told you if it was going to be coming up. You know what? So let's do the water. And for the water, I'm going to hit save because I'm about to ask a lot from my computer. I am actually going to open the previous map, Rykodon. And I'm going to open the PSD of it. This PSD is a pretty large file at this point. I can't have it open for long, even on this beast of a machine I've got. So you can see these are the colours that we're shooting for here, right? We're staying within this palette range right now. It looks so good. See? You see the ground? You see, that's what we're going to be doing, okay? You see how it's almost white? It's almost white. That is the colour that we're going to be doing on our Lukatoi map. Oh, is that someone in a little boat? It is. Look at that little fella. Okay, So we are going to pick up on this water effect. Let's take a look. What have we got? This is it right here. We have various things going on underneath the water. You see that? I'm not going to worry about that right now. These shadows of rocks and seaweed under the water. That's what makes this water. But I want this right here. So I'm just going to turn off these for now. We're going to take this water. It's at an opacity of 99%. I suspect that is just an error. I'm going to grab that. That's our color for the water. We're going to come back over here. And I am going to actually come something like ink. Where's my ink? In fact, let's just collapse you because you're confusing things. Ink. Select. There. I'm going to do a small expansion. Select, modify, grow, or expand. And just 5 pixels. It nudges my select underneath my ink. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to my ground layer. And underneath it, I'm going to create my water layer. And apparently the other map had an opacity of 99% for some reason, so we'll do something similar. And we will take the fill and we will drop in the water. There's our water. That's our baseline water right there. Let's hit save. Look. Let me take a step backwards here. We've got a lot of work on the water to do, okay? We've got all of those shadows and everything. We've got the seaweed, the rocks, the waves. We've got all of that to do. But look how much the harbour suddenly pops off the freaking map. That's kind of nuts. And we're not even close to finishing with that water. But that's really interesting how it really makes quite a difference. And we have to take the same water and bring it up here. So you know what? I'm going to do that right now. Screw it. We're on the water layer. We've got our watercolor. I'm going to get a different brush though. We're going to get our hard round pen pressure size. There we go. And there we go. What are the Marlin's Girl? Thank you. I love getting that type of reaction. What are the odds of the harbour having a reef? Oh, you know what? My ground. Sorry, hold on a sec. My ground is covering this. Hold on. There we go. Ah, yeah. Look. All right, so harbour having a reef. Yeah, I think there's a good chance. Why? Because we've got let me take a step backwards. We don't know if this is actually on a lake, right? I think we're assuming because it's got a freaking military harbour that it's not on a lake, it's the ocean. And I think that's a good assumption. But the client hasn't told us that. But I think it's a damn good assumption because of the harbour that we're on the open ocean. So I feel like there would have to be some kind of break. I'm kind of drawing on that like something's going to show up and it's not. But there would have to be some kind of break here. So I think we could get some shoals or something underneath here when we do the colouring side of it. Shoals of reef, you know. An area that you stay away from and you sail like around them. I think we could absolutely do that. This alone just wouldn't be a thing. Like I think they might build out there if there's a big huge rock and they want to put a lighthouse on it. Okay, I could dig that. But there's no wave break here. And maybe it's further out. But it'd be kind of cool to do something along here. Because otherwise it's only going to invite critics. So I think we could absolutely do a reef. But before I do that... Shit. Magnificent Pex does question time. You know... Pex, good to see you, by the way. Ink. Where's my ink? Look, I want to see if I can do this quickly here. Ink. Ink me. No, ink right there. Oh, you see, it's stopping right there. Can I... Why is it stopping there? It's got a pretty broad tolerance. What happens if I remove the tolerance? Can I... No, it still stops there. Got contiguous on there. Wow. Yeah, Alright, so I'm gonna have to do this by hand. Or, you know what the simplest way is gonna be? If I actually do a water layer high, we go back to this, and I just colour in over the top. That's the simplest bloody layer. This is a stream, for Christ's sake, you know? Let's not get too hung up on how we apply the colour to this. Alright, let me do this and then we'll do the question time. I am going to need a book number and a question number, and someone keep track so it doesn't scroll off screen. Wait a minute. Just got back from hell at the grocery store. I was sent 4 times for eggs. 4 times. And you failed 3 times. Is that because they didn't have any eggs? Or you couldn't recognize an egg? $1 and $2,099. Alright, we could do that. We could do that. You know what? I'm in the mood for doing that right now. Let's finish this little stretch of lake. Let's go with stream. Alright, I'm going to stop here because then that sort of filters out. Nice. Nice. Add a little bit of blue to this and suddenly things just take off. Alright. Book 1. What if? $2,999. Peck says, I want eggs, come back with white. Nope. Brown eggs. Come back with brown eggs. Wrong type of brown. Wrong type of brown egg? Come back with wrong brown eggs, but need 2 dozen, not 1 dozen. 4 time come back with 4 times the amount and shits were given. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a experience. Pex, you missed maybe the most horrible bean I have ever had. 2,999 of the what if questions. Goes like, what if you could shapeshift into anything? What would you want to be? What if you could shape-shift into anything? Anything! What would you want to be? Holy smokes. Anything. Anything. I assume the thing that you could shape-shift into is almost like lycanthropy, that you can't just pick different things each time. What could you do if you could shape-shift? What would that be? Wow. I'm also going to assume that there's some kind of implied powers that you would get with it. Like, if you shapeshift into a dragon, suddenly you can't fly. You know, you can fly. Dragons can fly. You can breathe fire, because dragons can breathe fire. Princess Strega picks crow. Pex picks egg. He would shapeshift into an egg. No, I don't think it needs to be the same mass or anything. It didn't say anything. It said if you could shapeshift into anything. Literally anything. I'm trying to rationalize why I wouldn't pick something like vampire or werewolf myself. Especially vampire. Vampires come with all sorts of useful abilities. Although vampires can themselves then shapeshift even further, so isn't that like cheating at that point? Because I just picked a shapeshifter to shapeshift into. Magnificent pegs. We called that a loophole. I mean, I think because it says you can shapeshift into anything, that immediately implies that you could start getting into fantastical creatures. And then that kind of rules out any interest in more mundane creatures. Like, why would I pick a leopard? You know, as fun as that would be, if I could pick freaking vampire, you know? I'm okay with that, and I am okay with how this map is shaping up. Just saying. I'm gonna hit save. Space dragons. Full-on space whale at this point. Be carrying cities around on your back. Space dragons, yeah. If you, well, you know, it did say if you could shapeshift into anything. It didn't say living creature. Shapeshift into a black hole. That could get sad though real fast. It's like, oh, I just want to be friends. Hook, 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 hook. So yeah, oh, my friends are dead. Well, what about you? Hook, hook, hook. Being a black hole would be a lonely life. Well, if you love to hug, I don't think that anything can beat a black hole. I think that they have the gold star for hugging. By the way, I'll probably post a high-res version of our progress onto our Discord channel. So if you wanted to actually see this up close and pan around it a little bit, you'll totally be able to. I'm personally going to stick with the social distancing. Can't hug. Social distancing. COVID. That was 5 years ago. Keep your distance. I'm gonna keep going with these buildings a little bit here. Oh, yeah. Thank you, actually, for the reminder on that war game. I actually appreciate it, because, yes, I do have it still in the background. And while my computer would handle quite a bit, and it's quite beefy, I have noticed if I open up too many Photoshop files, it does begin to barf. Photoshop is a bit of a resource hog. So let's close down that Vicodon map over here. Don't want to save it. Thank you very much. We will be seeing Vicodon again. One thing I have asked the client for is for the labels that need to go on this one. We won't get them until December. So I think what we'll end up doing is kind of finishing this map, all bar the labels, and then we'll come back to it. We'll drop the labels on one day, you know, and that will be it. Done. Redeem Alyssa. You don't want to redeem me. You don't want to redeem me. I am a handful. Jack will tell you that. I'm not like, you know, Spanish girl handful. I'm not like that bad, but I have my pouty moments. I'm a bit of work. I think at this point, Pex might even sort of say, yeah, she kind of is. He's got to see my pouty side. The question, Alex Vixen, was if you could shape change into anything, what would it be? And we had a little bit of a discussion about, well, that includes fantastical creatures, but it also includes objects. And so, like, someone literally picked black hole because Wargaming Recon likes to hug, and nothing beats hugging than a black hole. But so anything, and there's no, it didn't say living creature, anything. So if you want to shape change into a teacup, you can. I might wonder why you want to shape change into a teacup, but if it's the question. I'm going to do these in browns. I'm going to come back to that. I'm definitely in the pink zone right here. I know I am. I'm going to throttle this back a little bit right now. Time Lord. You see, that counts. That counts. If you want to if you could shapeshift into anything, what would it be? Time Lord. That counts. You have not broken the rules on that one. Well, as a Time Lord, you could argue that it was your first response. Jedi Master, the question as written, let's just say it has some holes for potential abuse. I mean, you could literally say, well, I shapeshift myself into a genie and I give myself 3 wishes. I mean, it's pretty open. It's pretty open. I shapeshift into the world and I kill all the humans and all of the animals are happy again. Genies can't grant themselves wishes. Are you rivet counting me, girl? Are you rivet counting me? I kind of figured that they would be able to. But as a genie, I wish that genies could give themselves wishes. Nah, I know it doesn't work like that either. Alright, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. It was very ambitious to say that I'm going to colour all of the buildings tonight. Look how many I still got to do. We've got at least another session with buildings. I'm gonna colour a few more in this quadrant though. You know what? I'm gonna kill that colour on this one. Let's do this. Princess is pretty particular about her genie rules. I imagine she's walking around with the genie pocketbook. No, you can't do that. Article 7, subparagraph B, subsection C. You literally cannot do that. It says right here in the bylaws. So fine. Well, what if I got someone else to wish that genies could have wishes? What then? I think we only have a couple more buildings in this area to do. I'm going to finish the stream once we've done these buildings right here, okay? Because I think we're too close to just walk away at this point. I mean, look how close we are. You know what, Alex Vixen? That's a big heart right there. I like the cut of your jib. I like what you're doing with that. Something that targets coronavirus. I like that. Okay, let's get this little guy right here down. And you, and you. I think you're actually meant to be a bush. So let's actually get rid of that. There we go. Alright, I think that's all of the buildings on this side, save for that one right there. Oh, two right there. And I know I've got boats or ships to draw, but we'll come back to that. In fact, you know what we've got that's more important? Crane. Crane. Nice. I love zooming in. I love zooming in, seeing the details that we've put into this map. Alright, let's give you a little bit of shadow right there. And we want to do these two buildings right here. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Let's come into this one. A paladin with the ability to cure all diseases, poisons, and toxins. I don't think you'd have a life anymore. I think you would spend your entire existence healing other people. Oh, did I make these tall buildings? I did. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Come on. Come on. Ah, that will do. Screw it. And I'm okay with that too, actually. So we've got there, we'll do you, we'll do you. You, a little bit of detail there. We've got some on the inside of the walls, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Give you a little bit of water over here. And we have a little bit of an awning here. So let's just do an awning right there. And we'll do some stripes on the awning. I think that's it. I think we're at a good point here. Let's do you. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do you as a building tall, so you can cast some shadow down below. Yeah, look at that. All right. And you know, I'll do the same for you. A little bit of a highlight right there. Actually, maybe just a bit more of a grey on you. So a little bit of a grey. A little bit of a grey, little sort of, I don't know what those are, roof details popping up over everything else. Likewise here and here. You have got. There we go. Look at this. Hit and save. What are you crazy kids doing? Just throwing money at each other. Alright, I think this is where we're going to end it. This is a good point. We went a little bit longer than usual, just a touch. But this is looking pretty solid. This entire side, actually just around my head up here, is done from a building perspective, which means we can now be forging that way across the city, getting all of those odds and ends done too. That's probably one more stream to do that. Then we've got to do the groundwork and the water. I think we're looking at about 3 more streams. So that's Wednesday, Thursday of next week, maybe bleeding into the following week, unless I actually find a little bit of time over the next few days. And I'll work on it a little bit behind the scenes just to get these multitude of buildings done. I think that's my plan. So with that said, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Every single one of you, thank you so much. This is Thanksgiving Eve here in the United States. It is a time of appreciating friends and family and loved ones. You all fall into that category. So thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will be streaming again on Friday night. It is going to be a role-playing game. If you could just pop your head in and say hi, that'd be appreciated, but not expected. Until then, I want to wish all of you a real great Thanksgiving. Even if it's not Thanksgiving where you're at right now. Alex Vixen. I love you, and I want you to have an awesome Thursday, okay? And to all of you crazy people above my head over here, thank you to my patrons, and thank you to my Twitch subscribers. You are awesome people. So until Friday, have a great one. And I'll see you on the flip side. I'll see you, everyone.